Welcome to Borat's Chaos Kitchen. I'm your host, Chef Borat. This is a food challenge show. The contestants today are going to build the tallest, most creative corn creation. We're going to see what they're going to come up with. We'll find out in due time. We have our judge in here today, Lucifer. Lucifer will be in that box in a few minutes. Remember, the top gifter of the show does have a special power in the show. They could potentially plot twist the show and change the outcome or race Lucifer in a 1 minute race. So we'll see what happens. We'll find out in due time what happens on the show. So without further ado, let me bring in our judge, Lucifer, to the show.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Welcome
New
to
York
the show,
City.
Lucifer. Welcome.
City behind it. It's about to be a what? A spectacle. They're now watching the most electrifying, exhilarating stream of this app has to offer. I am Meet Me. Yeah.
Welcome in, Lucifer. Welcome to the show. Nice to have you in here. Can you please introduce yourself for everyone who does not know you?
Hey, how's everybody doing? My name is Lucifer, and we here. I'm gonna be your judge for tonight.
Awesome. Do you want to introduce yourself about your stream a little bit so people know your vibe if they don't know you?
My stream is it's based off a lot of things. You could catch me ranting about philosophies and ideologies. Sometimes I'm over here kicking it with the guys, freestyling and battle rapping, or we can just be in random battles, engaging with. It could be anything, all kinds of people. You never know what you're gonna see on the stream.
That's awesome. Lovely to have you in here. So let's bring in our 3 contestants today. We're going to get them in that box and check out what they're up to. We'll bring in Jennifer first, one of our contestants. We'll bring in our other contestant, Polly Pocket.
I'll be right there.
And we'll bring in Pans, our 3rd contestant.
All right.
So welcome to the show, all my contestants, Pans, Polly, and Jennifer. I'm going to start with you, Pans. Could you please introduce yourself to everyone in here who does not know you?
Hi, I'm Pans.
Would you like to introduce a little bit about yourself, your vibe, or what you like on the app, what you love to do on the app?
I just chill, listen to music. That's about it.
Awesome, Pans. I'm happy to have you. Excited for the show?
I am. I'm nervous, but
a little nervous. That's all right. It's your first time on a featured show. I understand. We'll jump to Polly as well. Polly, if you could introduce yourself to everyone in here who does not know you today as well.
Okay, so hi, I'm Polly Pocket Rocket. I am in Australia, so welcome from down under. I joined about 3.5, 4 months ago to meet new people, get to know people, see what it's all about, have a bit of a chat. Yeah, cool vibe,
awesome.
Relax.
Awesome to have you in the show. And Jennifer, could you please introduce yourself for everyone who does not know you today?
Hi, I'm Jennifer. I've been on here, I think, a couple months now. And I'm American, but I live in France right now, so it's 7 a.m. for me. So
Pointing in France for you. Welcome in. So you excited? You all excited for the show, Jennifer?
Yes.
Awesome. Today I have my corn. I've got my squeaker corn. So far I've got the squeaker corn ready to roll. So I'm going to explain the rules for you guys so you know what the rules are to the show. So there's a 30-minute period you'll have to build your creations. Once I squeak the squeaker, it sounds like that. When I squeak that, then you can start your 30 minutes. The timer will be on the board. You can only use edible food ingredients. All your food must be corn, but there must be no use of popcorn in your structures at all. You can use any edible foods in your reach as well if you want to grab something. And yeah, I want to see what you guys are bringing into the show. But before we do that, I'm going to welcome everyone into Chaos Kitchen. This is Chaos Kitchen. I'm your host, Chef Borat. This is my judge, Lucifer. These are my contestants, Pans, Polly Pocket, and Jennifer. Please make sure you do hit them all with that favorite. All gifts are welcomed and appreciated during the show. Remember, the top gifter of the show does have a special power that could potentially change the outcome or race Lucifer. We'll see if that happens during the show. So without further ado, Pans, let's see what ingredients you brought into the show. Show us what you brought in today.
Cornflakes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my main ingredient.
Cornflakes is your main ingredient. What else? Yes, show us everything else you brought in. That's right.
Okay, so I have melting chocolate that I've already popped in the bowl and honey. That's it.
Honey,
3
chocolate,
ingredients.
and cornflakes. Interesting mix. Interesting choice. And what about you, Polly? Let's see what you brought into the show.
Okay, so I bought a big plate full. So I have corn fritters. They
Ooh.
have corn in them. I have baby corn, a corn salsa. Oops, now I'm dropping everything. And I have pasta and sour cream.
Ooh, that's an interesting choice of ingredients as well. The baby corn is very interesting there as well. Very interesting choices you've made there, Polly. And what about you, Jennifer? What have you brought into the show today?
So I have corn on the cob,
Mm-hmm.
loose corn, and polenta for like the glue kind of, and tortilla chips, and then also more glue, mashed potatoes.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting choice of ingredients. What do you think, Lucifer, of their ingredients? What do you think of all three contestants' ingredients?
I was first I was thinking about pans. She was getting very sticky with it. So I'm like, all right, she's trying to hold the structure together. And then I see she's gonna do some arts and craft with the noodles and the pasta, I'm guessing. And then she already got it figured out. She got glue.
She's got glue. She's got glue. It's going to get messy. I can tell you, Lucifer, it's going to get really messy. So I'm going to make sure all our contestants are ready. If I can get a thumbs up from all of you, all comfortable, you got your positions of your camera ready and everything sorted to roll through this challenge. So, all right, I'm going to count you down. I'm going to get my squeaker ready. So, Lucifer, while we talk during the show, we'll know about some facts about corn. We're going to learn about corn, where corn comes from, a bit of history about corn and some crazy corn facts. So in the comments, you're going to learn a lot about corn today. So let's get you all ready to start. Can I get a yes, chef, and a thumbs up from my three contestants, please?
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
All right, let's count you down. So here we go. I'm going to count you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start your creations. Let's go. So 30 minutes is on the clock.
So Borat,
Yes.
a fun fact about corn.
Yes.
You know, sometimes they can be found on the foot.
Oh, foot is crazy, Lucifer. You know what else is a fun fact, Lucifer? National Corn on the Cob Day is celebrated every June the 11th. So you can get your corn on your foot on the June 11th of every year. How about that?
Never knew
Works
that.
well. So on June the 11th every year, you
National
celebrate.
Butter Day is the thing. Hopefully they celebrate National Butter Day at the same time.
Well, it can get sticky with butter on that day anyway, because it's June the 11th. You got corn, butter, and corn. It works well. So, so the tallest sweet corn plant measures 14.69 meters, which is 46 feet and 2 inches high.
Hold up. Look at Patty. It looks like she's laying down bricks. She got the cement. She's laying down bricks over there.
Yeah, she's laying down bricks. She's claying it up. She's ready for her foundation. She's ready for that foundation, Lucifer. As you know, behind a good city has to have a good foundation, right? Or there's no city at all, right?
New York City, these girls ain't come to play. We in Borat's kitchen right now.
That's right. They ain't come to play. So I was saying the tallest sweet corn plant measures 14.69 meters high, 48 feet, 2 inches high, and was grown by Jason Cole in the US in New York City. How about that? As verified on 7th of March, 2021. So how do you feel about New York City taking the tallest sweet corn plant in the world?
Oh man, Borat is New York City. We got to take it all.
Yeah, you got to have a whole city behind you building corn, right? You got to have a corn city behind you as well. So contestants, we're going to keep an eye on you. We're going to check out what you're doing. I see Polly's there painting up something. We see Pan's dog running around behind her. Pans, if you could bring your camera a little bit down so we can see what's going on. There we go. We're on the stovetop cooking up some chocolate there. And Jennifer's like squeezing a foundation of some sort. We're going to figure out what's going to happen with that foundation. I'm excited to see. So Lucifer, this is going to be interesting. They're all building their foundation. This is the key part of a structure. You know, the foundation is the most important part of a building and anything that you do. So we'll see how well their structures stand with their foundation. That's a key part of this contest with these three contestants. So yeah, how are you feeling, Lucifer, looking at what they're doing? What's your vibe? What do you think is going to happen? What do you think they're making? Any suggestions or anything that comes
Bobby
forward?
has it all figured out. She's working fast, and we got Jennifer's focus, and Pans is getting creative now. We got some boiling water and some pot. Well, no, not some pot, a pot.
It's chocolate. It's chocolate, Lucifer. That's chocolate. That is chocolate in a pot. She's got a nice pink kitchenware. You got to take note of that, Lucifer. Look at that pink kettle there. That looks pretty cool. A pink toaster and pink kettle.
Yeah. I would
How do you
have
feel
dinner
about
next.
that? Good vibe happening in her kitchen. But yeah, okay. So do you know how much corn is on a cob? Like how many kernels are on a cob average? Do you have an idea?
Not at all. Enlighten us.
So there's 800 kernels in 16 rows on a corn cob. 800 kernels per corn cob. That's crazy, right? That's a lot of corn cob kernels on a
Okay.
corn cob. That's crazy. So just put that in your mind. 800 little individual pieces. But when we eat corn, we don't really notice that. We just bite into it and enjoy the flavor. But there's 800 of them on every corn cob. So that's
I
crazy.
usually eat them and then count them afterwards.
When they come out. Well, Lucifer, your digestion system. I don't know what's going on there, Lucifer. That's a bit problematic.
Well, you can't
The pepper-
digest corn though. You can't actually. It doesn't. You can't digest the corn.
Yeah, I know, right? That's why I was joking. I was joking with Lucifer. I was saying he needs the Pepto-Bismol. He needs that Pepto-Bismol as well on his side. So only 1% of corn is planted in the United States. So it's only 1% of corn that's planted in the United States is sweet corn. Did you know that, Lucifer, that only 1% of corn is actually planted in the US as sweet corn?
So we have to do a lot of trading to get our hands on corn.
Correct. The trading is very high on corn in the US. Corn's, some parts of the US grow corn, but sweet corn is only 1%. So if you want sweet corn in the US, they import it most of the time. But the types of corn that are grown in America are den corn, flint corn, pod corn, flour corn, popcorn, and sweet corn. Those are the types of corn you can get in the US. So there's 5 minutes counting down on the clock. There's 25 minutes left for your contestants building these crazy creative structures. So Lucifer, do you have any favorite corn foods? What is your favorite corn food?
Corn muffin.
Corn muffin. What's a corn muffin? I don't know in Australia. I don't think we have corn muffins in Australia. I've never heard of anyone heard of a corn muffin before?
Like cornbread.
Yeah, it's like cornbread.
Cornbread?
It's like
Okay.
Cornbread.
Interesting. Cornbread. I see there Polly's playing around with her baby corn, and I see Jennifer's building something with the corn, like kind of like a post or some sort, like a football post. And then we have
Does corn dog count?
yeah, corn dogs count. Yeah, corn dogs do count, Lucifer. That's correct. And their hands is just getting all sticky with the honey and chocolate. So we'll see what happens with all the honey and chocolate. So everyone who just joined into the show, welcome to Borat's Chaos Kitchen. I'm your host, Chef Borat. This is my judge, Lucifer. These are my contestants, Pans, Polly Pocket, and Jennifer. Please make sure you do hit them all with a favorite. All gifts are welcomed and appreciated during the show. Remember, the top gifter of the show does have a special power that could potentially save one of these contestants, and we'll get to that at a later stage. So stick around and find out. So, Polly, can you give us a bit of an idea what's going on there with your creation?
I'm just building a tower just all layered with corn and trying to secure it with sour cream and noodles.
All right. You're trying to secure a tower with noodles, like a city tower. That's interesting. Very interesting. What about you, Jennifer? What's going through your head at this stage?
Trying to figure out my base, if I want it to be 2 or 3 corns. I don't know how tall I'm gonna make this.
All right, you got plenty of time. You got 23 minutes. You got 23 minutes counting down. So you got plenty of time to figure that out, Jennifer, to figure out what kind of corn structure you want to come up with. And yeah, everyone who just joined in, they're building the tallest, most creative corn creation using edible foods and corn foods. So we'll see what they're going to come up with in the last minutes. Anything can happen. This is Chaos Kitchen. You never know what can happen, Lucifer. We've seen a lot of chaotic things happen in this place, a lot of plot twists, a lot of wild things. But, contestants, what are your favorite corn foods? So we'll go with Pans first. What's your favorite corn food, Pans?
Corn dogs.
Corn dogs. What about you, Polly?
I'd have to say whole corn on the barbecue.
Oh, yeah, flame grilled corn is good. It's juicy. It's tasty. That's awesome. And what about you, Jennifer?
Popcorn.
Popcorn. Yum. I love a good popcorn as well. So something I learned about corn, Lucifer, this is something I learned. An acre of corn eliminates 8 tons of carbon dioxide from our air. Did you know that? That corn actually eliminates 8 tons of carbon dioxide. That's an acre of corn. So that's why corn is in a lot of places around the world. They actually help the environment. So I don't know if you knew that, especially in New York City. There's places growing corn near New York, and that's probably why, to help eliminate the carbon dioxide in the air. How do you feel about that?
Which one helps more, the regular corn or the sweet corn?
It's just the fact that I've got this is an acre of any corn, any type of corn. So the fact that it actually eliminates 8 tons of carbon dioxide from our air. That's a lot. That's quite crazy, huh? That's quite crazy. It's something I didn't know. And each corn plant produces 1 to 3 cobs per plant. And there's more than 90 million acres on Earth dedicated to producing corn. 90 million acres of corn around the world. That is wild. That is a lot. That is a lot of acreage of corn. And the reason this happened was because corn was first domesticated in southern Mexico more than 10,000 years ago. And corn became a widely popular food in the late 1700s when it became accessible to Europeans. So corn dates back 10,000 years ago. How do you feel about that, Lucifer? Corn has been 10,000 years in our lives.
It's amazing when you say corn was domesticated. I feel like they were running wild or something, and we had to tame them.
Domesticated is crazy. All right, contestants, I'm checking out what you're doing. I see there Holly's building up more. It's getting taller. I see Yennefer still contemplating what's going on with her corn. And Pans, what's happening? Pans, what are you doing there? Give us a bit of an update.
I'm trying to mix it all together so I can get it sticky and build something cool.
Ooh, I can hear mixing happening. Can we see some of that mixing, Pans? Can we have a look? Is it possible for us to see a little bit of it? I want to see what you're mixing up. Oh, there we go. It's all getting sticky. She's got the gloves. She's got everything ready, and she's prepared for the stickiness of her creation. So, yeah, she's mixing it all together.
You got to love a chef that doesn't mind getting messy.
What do you say, Lucifer? I missed that.
You got to love a chef that doesn't mind getting their hands dirty and just getting in there with the food.
Get dirty with the food. That's what we're here for. We're here for the craziness, the stickiness, and the chaos. So everyone who just joined into the show, welcome to Borat's Chaos Kitchen. I'm your host, Chef Borat. This is my judge, Lucifer. These are my contestants, Pans, Polly, Pocket, and Yennefer. Please make sure you do hit them all with that favorite. All gifts are welcomed and appreciated during the show. So we'll see what the contestants are going to come up with, and we'll find out very soon.
I feel like Yennefer was an architect in her past life. She's focused over there. She got the measurements. She got a blueprint of everything. She's focused.
She's an architect. She's an architectural design going on there. Polly has got these things moving. Look at those baby corns, Lucifer. They're flying. They're ready for lift off.
I still don't have a clue what you're doing, but it's gonna come together.
It's gonna come together in due time. They got 19 minutes and 25 seconds left on that clock. So I'm gonna give you a bit more corn facts. We're gonna jump into a few more facts about corn. The scientific name for sweet corn is Zea mays saccharide, or Zea mays rugosa. That is the scientific name for corn. Did you know that was the scientific name for corn? It was quite crazy to actually say that. It is Zea mays saccharide or Zea mays rugosa.
Right. It might be the hardest. It might be the hardest scientific word in the book.
100%, 100%. I don't know if New York City can cope with that, with the maize farms, if they can say those few words. It's quite lengthy. So with that scientific side to the actual corn, we actually found out as well that the first mechanical corn harvest was invented by Gleaner Harvester by Combine Corporation in the 1930s. So the first time corn got harvested mechanically was only in the 1930s, even though it's been around for 10,000 years and only started to kick off in the 1700s. So, you know, people in the 1930s got smarter how to build and make machinery to harvest corn in a more efficient way. Because corn used to be picked by, you know, fruit pickers or vegetable pickers, and then they eventually realized it was a mechanical way to do it and a much faster way to do it. So it's very interesting. So it's interesting to find out. Corn is quite crazy. It's in our diets, it's in our cereals, it's in our foods, it's in everything that we consume, most of the foods that we have. But in the United States, they produce about 1/3 of the world's corn. So only, remember, 1% is sweet corn, but 1/3 of the world's corn is produced in the United States. Those are all the other corn varieties. So, Lucifer, how do you feel that corn is quite a big domestic product of the United States?
Yeah, and you know in Spanish, right? Corn, they call it maíz. Maíz.
Wait, say that again so everyone can understand. They call it
maíz.
Like a mice, like you know, mice, like that.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that. I did not know that.
And you know, corn is not only a vegetable; it's also a fruit and a grain.
Correct. I was going to get to that, Lucifer. You jumped 5 steps ahead of me there. You got ahead of me. You've been researching your corn for the show.
Me out here. I have to come up with something.
Correct. The fruit. It's a fruit, actually. That's correct. You actually found that out. There you go. You jumped 10 steps ahead and found that out, which is amazing. But remember, there are over 3,500 different uses for corn products around the world. So 3,500 uses. Even corn lands up in products such as non-food products, such as fireworks, rust preventatives, glue, paint, dyes, laundry detergent, soap, aspirin, antibiotics, paint, shoe polish, ink, cosmetics, the manufacturing of photographic film, and in the production of plastic. That's how far corn goes in our world. So that's mind-blowing that corn is that valuable to us. And that's why we produce a lot of it around the world.
Did
So
you say
Lucifer,
toothpaste? You know they use it for toothpaste as well,
they
too.
said it's in soap. I'll repeat it again. Fireworks, rust preventatives, glue, paint, dyes, laundry detergent, soap, aspirin, antibiotics, paint, shoe polish, ink, cosmetics, the manufacturing of photographic film, and in the production of plastic.
Yo, ironically, they also use it. It's not even a joke. But they use it for diapers and also crayons.
Yeah. Yeah, corn is in everything, and people don't notice that. People don't realize that corn is in crazy stuff. I mean, Lucifer's been researching where all the corn is, so he can make sure he can get every bit of corn into his stream lately. He wants to be cornified in his stream.
You know, all the rows of teeth on the corns are even.
Yeah, that's another fact. That's true. They're all even. They're all even, and they're all produced the same, like through the plant production and everything that the plants grow. They're all even for some reason. We don't know why, but that's a bit of a crazy fact about corn that you found out. So corn can be produced in various colors, including black, blue, purple, green, red, white, and most commonly yellow. Have you ever seen blue corn, purple corn, red corn, white corn, and black corn? No? Never? Anyone in the comments seen different varieties of corn like that? I've never seen red corn in my life. Red corn is wild. Livestock corn or Halloween, I don't know. I've never seen. They sing white. They sing different colors. Interesting, very interesting. It's amazing how many different varieties of corn there are in the world. So let's look at Yennefer. I see something's happening with Yennefer there, Lucifer. It's very interesting.
Yeah, it is. I'm looking at this.
Yennefer's building up with her polenta and her corn. It's going a little bit higher.
She's building a Gundam wing.
She's building what, Lucifer?
Gundam wing. I don't know if you guys have
What?
It's like a big robot with swords.
Big robot. And Polly there's building up. I see Polly's getting her stack up there. She's building her tower. It's going up, up, and up. It's very interesting. It looks very interesting. And Pans, how are you feeling with your corn, chocolate, and honey concoction that's going on?
Chocolate is still warm, so I need it to cool down.
You got 14 minutes left on the clock. 14 minutes left on the clock. I mean, you got access to things in your kitchen. You can use anything you want in your kitchen to help that process. And there, Yennefer's structure just fell down. One thing just fell down. She's struggling to put it up there. It's one of the part of the post fell down. It's a bit chaotic there, Lucifer. It's getting a little bit chaotic on her side as well. So everyone who's just joined in,
that might help future contestants. So you see how Pans is deciding to warm up the chocolate. Wouldn't a future contestant just bring the chocolate already melted, and would that count as an ingredient, or would they have to actually go through the process?
They can pre-prep anything they want. They can pre-prep chocolate. They can pre-prep anything they need for the show, as long as they bring it to the show and it's there ready to be used. See, they can pre-prep any ingredients that they want. So everyone who just joined in, they're building the tallest, most creative corn creation using corn and corn foods. Remember, the top gifter of the show does have a special power that could potentially change the outcome and save a contestant. So everyone who just joined in, this is my judge, Lucifer, in the top box. My contestants, Pans, Polly, and Yennefer. Please make sure you do hit them all with that favorite. All gifts are welcomed and appreciated during the show. So Lucifer, how are you feeling with the contestants? What's the vibe? What's the energy like? What are you feeling about each one of them?
So far, they're both running for it. Yennefer just had a little bump in the road. Polly's just there focused. I'm trying to see where this is gonna go, and I feel like Pants could have saved herself 15 minutes if she would have brought the chocolate already prepped.
Well, you never know. Maybe it could be to an advantage or disadvantage. We'll soon see and find out. But we're going to jump to a few more facts about corn. So there's a corn palace. This is what I found. Raven spoke to me earlier today when it streamed, and she had a chat to me, and she said there's a corn palace in Mitchell in South Dakota. So that, okay, let me talk about this on the show because it was very interesting. So I'm going to show you a photo of this corn palace. It's very interesting. It's something I've never seen in my life. It's very crazy. So this is the corn palace. Let me show you this. That is the corn palace made out of corn. Just ignore that at the top. That is the corn palace made out of corn. Look at that. That is amazing.
The whole thing, everything.
Everything is made out of corn. Every part of the structure is made out of corn. How crazy is that? That is a corn palace. It's in South Dakota in Mitchell. So this structure was originally started up in 1892. And each year, the people of South Dakota surrounded and celebrate the fall harvest with long festivals called Corn Palace Week. So that's what I found out, Lucifer, that there's a corn palace. It kind of blew my mind, like that actually people put together a palace made out of corn. So the original building was torn down in 1905 and a new building was re-erected up on terms of the structure. The new building was twice the size of the first, and the first building to feature exterior and interior murals constructed mainly of corn. I'm going to show you a mural inside the structure. It's going to blow your mind. That is a mural made out of entirely of corn. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
That is wild, right? Like there's a few murals in the building. I'm going to show you. Look at that.
So that whole thing is made out of corn?
Yes, the whole building and whole murals inside are made out of corn. How amazing is that? That's mind-blowing that people took that much energy and time to get corn into that way. Like, look, there's even more intricate ones. There's a horse made out of corn. You can see the cobs. If I zoom in just a little bit, you see all the different colors of corn cobs? That's crazy.
Don't play with your food. It's going to be hard to know.
Well, that's what they're doing in South Dakota, Lucifer. In South Dakota, they've been playing with their food apparently a long time ago, since we've started playing with our food. But yeah, so they do murals every year. The Corn Palace murals require 3,000 bushels of grains and grasses, 2,000 pounds of staples and nails, and well over 275,000 ears of corn, depending on the design of a particular year. So that's how crazy they get with these corn creations in that power structure of chaos. That's what I call it, a chaotic corn structure. So I don't know if anyone in the comments knew about that. That's probably something you're going to learn from the show as well today. There's actually a corn palace in South Dakota, USA. I mean, I want to go visit it, Lucifer. I'm intrigued. I want to go visit that corn palace. I want to go see what it's about. It's very interesting.
Maybe we should go together and host the next episode over there.
And you can bring your whole New York City with you as well.
Hopefully it doesn't turn out like children in the cornfield.
All right, everyone who just joined in, welcome to Borat's Chaos Kitchen. I'm your host, Chef Borat. This is my judge, Lucifer. These are my contestants, Pans, Polly, Pocket, and Yennefer. Please make sure you do hit them with a favorite. All gifts are welcomed and appreciated during the show. Remember, the top gifter of the show does contain a special power that could potentially save these contestants or race Lucifer in a 1-minute race. We'll see what happens and find out what goes on the show. There's 9 minutes and counting down on the clock. So contestants, how are you feeling? You got 9 minutes left. This is the time where you got to start thinking. You got to get those ingredients. You got to get everything up and running. Panzer's dog is looking at her, walking away there, very curious what's going on. And Yennefer is now deciding to somehow mash her polenta up in terms of a clay build there. I don't know what's going on. We're going to find out. But Lucifer, I don't know. What do you think so far? They got 8 minutes and 37 seconds. How are you feeling about what they've done so far?
I'm not sure. I don't think any of these contestants have spent this much effort in cooking a meal for their own spouses, but here they are creating these masterpieces for Lucifer and Borat. So I'm into that.
You're all here for the masterpieces. You're all here for the masterpieces. So I'm curious. I want to see which tower's structure is going to be structurally stable. We're going to find out and see if they're there and they stabilize and they're very clear. But we'll soon find out which structure holds up and stands the test of time. So we'll see what happens. So we'll talk a little bit more about corn. I've got tons of corn facts. So we're going to jump for a little bit more of corn. I've got a couple of jokes to chuck in as well. And we're going to find out about more things that you probably did not know. So an area termed the Corn Belt in the US where growing conditions are ideal includes the state of Iowa, Illinois, Nebraska, Minnesota, Indiana, Ohio, Wisconsin, South Dakota, Michigan, Missouri, Kansas, and Kentucky. So that is called the Corn Belt of the US. Did you know there was a terminology for that, Corn Belt? I mean, when I saw that, I thought it was a belt made of corn. That's what I thought. And I was like, hang on, Corn Belt, let me look this up. Let me find out what it's about. Yeah. But yes, I do see the comments. Someone saying they can't see Panzer's creation. We're going to find out if Pans can get her camera up there when she's building. We'll give it a second to do that. That's all right.
That explains why Batman's utility belt is yellow.
The corn belt, that's so corny. That's right in the comments. I do see that. So, you know, corn is amazing. Like, I love corn on a cob. That's my favorite. You know, I just like to eat it straight up. I have it with meat, chicken, vegetables. It's a good staple to have in the household, especially cornflakes. I see, you know, Pan's brought cornflakes to the show. That's a very, very common corn food to have in your household for cereal, for breakfast. It's very nutritious. It's very economical. And a lot of people during the depression went to cornflakes to get their corn intake because it was cost effective and it was budget friendly, and they could stretch their budget with corn. So that is crazy, right? That is crazy, right? During a depression, cornflakes sold more than most other corn products. So that's insane. So I got a question for the audience. I got a question for the judge, a question for the comments. Let's splash that water on the corn as well. We got to water that corn, right? Lucy, you got to water that corn. So I'm going to chuck a few jokes out. You're going to find out if you know the answers to these riddles. Why could the corn not go to school? Do you know the reason why the corn couldn't go to school?
No.
Anybody know in the comments? Anyone know why the corn could not go to school?
Why?
Let's see why.
Why? Because he was in the can.
Okay. It wasn't because he flaked.
Yeah, because he flaked, because he was in the can, Lucifer. He was in the can. So I got another question. We're going to throw out these crazy questions. So how much does a cornflake weigh? Does anyone know how much a cornflake weighs?
Hey, before that, we get to that. Since you mentioned a corn in a can, can they digest us like we digest them?
I don't think so, Lucifer. We struggle to digest corn. It's known fact in medical industry that corn is very hard for our digestive system to digest, and it's very troublesome. But we still eat it because it's nutritious for us and it's very healthy. But I was getting to that question in terms of how much does a cornflake weigh? Do you know the answer to that one? How much does a cornflake weigh? Everyone in the comments. This is a riddle. You got to come up with your riddle.
How much?
What did you say, Pan?
1 gram.
1 gram? No.
0.5.
0.5? Yeah. All right, so we've got a few answers. The actual answer is 1 kilogram. 1 kilogram.
I think we're all using different metric systems.
It's 1 kilogram. Come on, let's go. That's crazy. So you all got it. That's crazy. So everyone who just joined into the show, welcome to Borat's Chaos Kitchen. I'm your host, Chef Borat. This is my judge, Lucifer. These are my contestants, Pans, Polly Pocket, and Yennefer. Please make sure you hit them all with that favorite. All gifts are welcomed and appreciated during the show. Remember, the top gifter of the show does have a special power that could potentially save one of these contestants and race Lucifer. So we're going to see what happens with that outcome. Pans, what's happening there? I see a lot of mess. I see a lot of stickiness. What's been happening? Oh my God, look at the surprise.
I need to put it in the fridge.
All right, I thought we lost her for a second, but she came back.
Yeah. 3 minutes and 48 seconds counting down on the clock. She's trying to fuse that corn creation on her side together and trying to keep it cool, trying to cool down that chocolate. We got Polly Pocket putting in a few things, her last finishing touches to her structure with 3 minutes and 32 seconds counting down. And Yennefer's got messy with polenta. I love it. She's got this goalpost kind of structure. It's very interesting, Lucifer. We'll see what happens. Everyone's doing a great job. We got dogs running around. We got corn dogs running around. It's crazy. So how do you feel, Lucifer, looking like from the start to now? How do you think about Yennefer's creation there, Polly's creation, and Pan so far?
I'm interested now in seeing what Pans has cooking over there after getting a side view of what was going on over there.
Yeah, she kind of gave us a bit of a distraction to make out as if her chocolate wasn't working well, but she got it up. She got it standing up. She's just getting it to cool down, which will be the part of the process to see if it stands the time. There's 2 minutes and 52 seconds on the clock. I got my corn squeaker ready to roll, ready to get corny when we're going to stop them from building their structures. They do have to step away from their structures, Lucifer. Whatever happens, happens, and you got to judge it based on whatever's left of their structures. So we're going to soon find out how well Lucifer's going to judge all these three contestants and what kind of score counts he's going to give them on their creativity, their heart, their ingredients, and their stability. So stick around and find out what's going to happen. So there's 2 minutes and 25 seconds counting down on the clock. I'm going to chuck one more joke out to the audience and to the contestants and to the judge. Did you hear about the corn cob that joined the army? Did you hear about it, Lucifer?
The corn cob that joined the army. No, I did not.
You know what it was? It was promoted to colonel. That's what happened with that corn cob. He got promoted to colonel straight away when he joined that army.
You got me. You got me.
So contestants, you got 1 minute and 54 seconds counting down on the clock. Time is ticking by very fast. Time
We
goes
got
very
1 minute left on Chaos Kitchen. Hands are dirty. We got hands are sticky. We got pillars is building. We here. Anything can happen. Bottom of the ninth. Bases is loaded. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Cheers.
Right. Anything can happen on Chaos Kitchen. You never know what can happen. You don't know what plot twist is awaiting in this audience and in the box and in the judge's position as well. So you never know. This is Chaos Kitchen. We love the chaos. We love the chaotic events. You know, if you're watching the show right now, if you're watching the show, watching these beautiful contestants make amazing creations, if you want to be part of the show, please make sure you do DM me up on IG, message me up. If you want to be a judge or a contestant on the show, I'm open to anybody who's willing to participate. So you're more than welcome to come in. Every week is different creation. So we never know who's going to be in the box next week, Lucifer. We're going to find out next week as well. So contestants, I'm happy with your creations. You're doing really well. You got 59 seconds counting down on the clock. So Lucifer, when it gets to the last 10 seconds, I'm going to tell you to count them down on those last 10 seconds when that timer hits. I'll let you know when that happens. So contestants, now's the time to rush, put your finishing touches to your structures, and let's see what they come up with, Lucifer. I want to see which one stands up at the end of time. We're going to find out. So there's 38 seconds counting down. Now's your time to panic. Now's your time to get concerned whether your structure is going to stand up. So Lucifer, they got 31 seconds counting down. We're going to see what's going to happen. It might be crazy. We might have a stack. We might not. We're going to find out. Panzer's structure surprised me. I'm surprised what she got up there in a short time. But yeah, 20 seconds counting down. Yeah, hands are so sticky. We all put the stickiness. Here you go, Lucifer. It's coming now. The 10-second mark is coming now. Ready? 10. There you go. Count them down. 7,
9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Cheers!
Stop your creations. Oh my God. Jennifer's structure went crazy. Wow, Lucifer, that is wild. That is wild. That is wild, Lucifer. Her structure that is wild. She's still got height. She's still got some height there. She's still got some height there. That is crazy. On this Chaos Kitchen, that was crazy.
Oh, and it's funny. It's funny. Something that stood out to me in the beginning. I think is going to be a big factor in this right now after what I've been seeing.
All right. I see Lucifer. Lucifer's thinking. He's thinking deep in this decision-making process. But we're going to get them to measure their structures, Lucifer. We're going to get them to grab out their tape measures or what they use to measure their structures. So if they've got a tape measure or a ruler nearby, we can check out what your structures are. Jennifer's going to wash her hands.
Can I go get one?
Yeah, sure. Go grab your measuring tools so we can check. But Lucifer, that was crazy. Jennifer's structure in the last minute. Wow, that was wild. You see what happens in the last minutes? Anything can happen. It ticks down, structures collapse, stability collapses. You never know what can happen on the show. So we're going to find out what their heights are. While we're waiting for their heights, remember in the show, the top gifter of the show does have a power to potentially save one of these 3 contestants to push them to the next round, unless Lucifer decides to race them. So you never know what can happen.
Can Jennifer still be saved?
Jennifer can still be saved by anyone in the audience. If they feel like it's due, we'll have a 3-minute timer very soon. We're going to get to that. We're going to jump to that section. We're going to find out what's going to happen. We're just waiting for our contestants to grab their measuring tools.
I don't have one.
Do you have a 30-centimeter knife? Do you have a 30-centimeter standard knife?
We're all curious.
That's a 30-centimeter knife.
What was your structure supposed to be?
Mine?
Yeah, because you was building something. You meant.
It was gonna be like
No,
but it's too heavy.
it's
All right.
mine.
All right. So what's the height of your structure there, Polly? Be careful. Just be careful.
What do I even measure?
How many inches is it?
Inches.
Yes. How many inches is your structure?
This is fake.
We have more experience measuring our structures.
7 feet. 7
That's
feet.
what
That
we
can't
do.
be right. How many centimeters is it? Paul? If it was 7
There you
feet,
go.
I'd be worried.
What the heck?
11.5?
all you use.
11.5 feet.
No. That's inches. That's inches, Polly. Feet would be
Okay,
crazy.
well, it's inches then.
Jennifer, how tall is yours? How tall is yours, Jennifer?
This
It's
side
right.
is 7 inches, this side is 6 inches.
6 inches. Jennifer's got 6 inches of height on her. And Pans, you got a 30-centimeter knife. Do you have a 30-centimeter knife, kitchen knife?
I don't think so. Maybe that's like
It looks like
25.
Raven, we'll call
Looks
those
like
baby
a-
bananas.
All right, let's put it next to your structure. Let's have a look. We'll try it, guesstimate it. Can you move the camera just a little bit so we can have a look?
Okay.
Okay, so her height, if that's, I'd say that's around a ruler, just a ruler and a bit. What do you think, Lucifer? A ruler and a bit?
Let's go with that.
That
Yeah.
thing's about
If she can
37
hold it-
centimeters.
If she could also hold it and present it to us up close, like, you know. from a
Oh,
different
that
angle.
might fall apart, Lucifer. It might collapse.
Oh my god, it's gonna
Okay.
fall apart. It's
Yo,
melting.
you're right. All right.
So 37 centimeters to inches. Let me convert that very quickly for everyone.
No,
You
it's
get-
fine. You can leave it the way it is. I don't want to be the reason you think.
About 14.5 inches. I would say about 14.5. Because hers does
in
look
this
very
case-
well.
In this case, does size matter?
Height does matter, Lucifer. Creativity, the ingredients, and the stability of their structure. So we're going to jump to the score counts, right? We're going to go out of 10. So every category is out of 10. So we're going to start with the height. So we'll start off with Jennifer. Jennifer had 11.5. Jennifer had 6 inches. 6 inches of height. She's got the shortest height. Out of 10, what are you going to give Jennifer?
Oh man. I'm gonna give her a 2.
A 2. 2 on the height. We got a corn dog in there. We got a corn dog that appeared. I'm happy about that. So we're going to jump
Only
to
because it fell
Polly.
apart. Only because it fell apart. If it didn't fall apart, trust me, you was on the road.
All right. What about Polly on her height? She had 11.5 inches.
We're gonna give her let's go with a 7.
A 7. And what about Pans? Pans had about 14 inches of height there. What are you going to give Pans out of 10?
We'll give her a 10 for that one.
A 10. Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. And on the creativity, we're going to go from Jennifer's box to one creativity out of 10.
It's hard for me to judge her after it fell apart, so I'm gonna have to keep her on a 2.
A 2. All right. Jennifer on a 2. And Polly on,
Structure in front of us. I don't want to be
Yeah.
harsh.
and Polly on the creativity.
We're gonna Polly I like what Polly did. Polly kept it all the way through. She was consistent. So I'm gonna give her a 7 for that.
7 for Polly. And Pans on her creativity.
Polly, what is
Would it? I don't know if I'm in the right based on the rules, but I would like based on creativity, I would deduct because she didn't have the products already and she wasted so much time. So in that aspect, creativity, I'll give her a 4.
A 4. All right. 4 on the creativity. And now we're going to jump to the ingredients. So we'll Jennifer's ingredients out of 10.
Ingredients, let me see. We got over
So
here.
she had corn. She had polenta.
Mashed
All right, we're
potatoes.
gonna go with another 7 for the ingredients.
7 for the ingredients. And Polly for her ingredients.
Polly, as far as ingredients, I saw she had what she had. She had chocolate, honey. What other ingredients?
Pans was with the chocolate and honey. Polly is with the baby corn, the corn fritter, I think it is. Just go through ingredients, Polly, quickly. Just let him know what your ingredients were.
Okay, so there was corn salsa, there was corn fritters, baby corn, sour cream, and noodles.
There you go.
Okay. And just one question: what was the noodles used for?
Yeah, structure to hold it all so it didn't do a leaning tower.
Okay.
So this is the ingredients. This is the ingredients out of 10 for Polly.
All right, I'll give her a 10 for ingredients. Everything corn.
And for ingredients. And Pans out of 10 for her ingredients. So she had cornflakes, chocolate, and honey.
That's where I gave her the 7.
7. All right. Now the stability of their structures. So obviously we're going to go one by one. What about Jennifer's stability of her structure?
That's a 2.
A 10.
2. All right, that's a 2 for Jennifer. And for Polly,
Mine's falling
stability.
apart.
Yeah, Polly, I'm gonna give her for structure. I'm gonna give her 7 because it's leaning over. Pants, she will get a 10 because hers is standing the firmest out of all of them.
All right.
No, mine
So
just
you're
fell
giving
apart.
Polly.
Yours just fell apart. Oh my, hers just fell apart. Jesus
All right.
Christ.
So Polly was a 7, correct, for stability, correct?
I saw her standing nice and straight. I thought the chocolate hardened. I'm like, okay.
I'm just waiting to clarify from you, Lucifer. So it's a 7 for the stability for
There's
Polly.
only one structure standing. Polly will get it by default unless you want to really run it through.
Hang on, we're going through the structures. Hang on. So Lucifer, you said 7 for Polly on her stability. Is that what you said?
Yes. Yes.
And what about Pans on her stability? Show us what's happened, Pans. Can we have a look, please?
Oh my God, it is a nightmare.
Hey, this is really Chaos Kitchen. We got chaos happening.
Oh my
God!
God!
It looks like something my dog let out.
You know
so what are you getting out of stability there, Lucifer?
Rottweilers, and it looks like something.
She's on 2 with Jennifer right now, and we got Polly with a 7 because she's only with a 7.
All right, let me count down the scores. Let me count up the scores before we have that 3-minute period where you, as the audience and supporters, could change the outcome. So let me first calculate all the scores up and see where the scores sit. Contestants, you can talk to Lucifer about his score count.
She was cooking for so long. I feel so bad.
It happens on the show. It happens to the best of people on here. So we got 31 for Polly. We got 10.
Okay, don't have a heart
So
attack.
at the moment, we're sitting with Polly Pocket with 31, Pans with 23, and Jennifer with 13. So now there's a 3-minute period that you as the audience can potentially plot twist the show, save one of these contestants. So it's up to you as the audience. I'm going to put a 3-minute timer. Whoever's the top gifter of the show can potentially race Lucifer and change the outcome, or we'll see what Lucifer decides. So we're going to pop the 3 minutes on the clock, Lucifer. Time starts now. So you got 3 minutes on my clock. I'll show you the time. It's there. You got 3 minutes on the clock counting down. So potentially, if you want to save one of these contestants in a crazy plot twist, this is your opportunity to be the top supporter of the show and potentially race Lucifer and change that outcome if he decides to do so. So we're going to find out. Anything can happen in here, Lucifer. We've seen crazy stuff. We've seen people do crazy things. Anything can happen in those crucial 3 minutes. So how do you feel, Lucifer, about this little plot twist that we have in the show? It might create chaos. It might create a chaotic sense.
It's a nice plot twist of people get to engage. They get to you feel me?
The dog barking is chaotic in itself.
What I have to say is in the beginning, listen, in the beginning of this battle, I mean of this event.
We're not in the battle.
I was noticing something.
You said it for 3 hours.
What was probably gonna hurt you gonna hurt you the most?
You said it for 3 hours.
Oh, sorry, everyone. I know there's 1 minute. There's 1 minute counting down. I know. I'm just gonna go by the last second. Sorry, it's Chaos Kitchen after all. I'm gonna check. I know when it's 10 minutes.
I noticed Pans and Jennifer got super creative. They was on the little architect thing, and Polly kept it so simple. She just stacked one on top of the other, one on top of the other. She didn't try to do something extra, and it paid off. Keep it simple.
Yeah. When the timer hits 7 minutes on that side, that's when time stops. Just to be clear, I have made a mistake. I put 3 hours by accident with 3 minutes. It's Chaos Kitchen after all. We have chaos in here. It makes sense. But when it hits the 7 minutes on that side, when it hits 7, that's when time is up to be the top supporter of the show. So Lucifer, let's see what's going to happen. They got a couple of minutes and a few seconds left. We're going to check that out. Just to be clear, I'm not going to make sure it's ambiguous. It's very clear that everyone can see the timer is ticking down. I will be going when it's 7 on the end there. When it's 7:000, time will stop. So it's crazy. So we'll see what happens. We've got Mike D coming in. We've got Lucifer watching the comments because Mike D's come in there. We've got Jungle Man. It's crazy. They're fighting in the comments for this. They want to save someone. I think they want to save someone, Lucifer. They want to save somebody up in here. Oh my God. Here we go. It's crazy. It is crazy, Lucifer. They got a couple of seconds left on the show. Couple of seconds. Got 38 seconds left. There's 36 seconds left. Counting down. Once that 0:0 hits, that is time up to be the top support of the show and potentially race Lucifer. So we're going to find out. You got 26 seconds counting down. This is Chaos Kitchen. Welcome to Borat's Chaos Kitchen. I'm your host, Chef Borat. This is my judge, Lucifer. These are my contestants, Pans, Polly Pocket, and Yennefer. Please make sure you do hit them with a favorite. All gifts are welcomed and appreciated during the show. There's 10 seconds counting down. 8, 7, 6, 5. Watch for the snipe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Whoa. 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 Wow. He was a snipe there, Lucifer. That was crazy. Dolphin with the snipe. That is wild. That is wild with the snipe. With the snipe, Lucifer. Wow. Nothing changed in this Chaos Kitchen very quickly there, Lucifer. Very quickly. That was crazy. So now, Lucifer, now this is your decision-making process. This is where it comes down to you. You can either match the top gifter of the show or race the top gifter. What are you going to decide?
Well, I'm not matching that, so we're racing.
You're racing? All right, we're racing. So you got a 1-minute race. So whoever beats who in this Chaos Kitchen will get in that box. So I'm going to put the 1 minute up on the clock. Only Lucifer and Dolphin can participate in this race. Nobody else can. So whatever happens after the 1 minute, once the time is up, time is up. So Lucifer, I want to be clear. You got the 1 minute coming up. I'm going to make sure it's 1 minute. I'm setting it for 1 minute. Same goes for you, Dolphin. Same goes for you.
What are we racing for?
So whoever comes on top, so if you want to beat him on the top spot, you can beat him in this 1 minute. If you don't, then he stays in the top spot. That is your opportunity to change the outcome. If you want to keep by your decision or you want Dolphin to come in that box. This is what I'm giving you, a 1 minute opportunity to change that.
Oh, no, Dolphin could come in the box.
All right, so you're not going to race him. You're deciding not to race him. Is that correct?
I'm not going to race him.
All right, there you go. So Lucifer's decided not to race Dolphin. So we're going to get Dolphin into that box. Welcome into the show, Dolphin. I'm going to pop in, wait in the box, Lucifer, until he requests, please. Dolphin, can you please request the box, please?
Now, do I come back or am I done?
Yes, no, just keep in the comments, keep in the box. We're all good. We're just waiting for Dolphin to request the box. We'll see what happens on the show. So Dolphin's going to jump in. Lucifer, I'm going to pop you out. Please request that box again.
Yes.
Hi, Dolphin. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. So we're going to get through the contestants. Are you going to be voting each contestant point score by point score? That's what we're going to do. So we're going to be checking out of scores out of 10 for each category. So we're going to go contestant by contestant, starting with Yennefer. So if I can get a score out of 10 on her height, and we'll start off with that point. So height for Yennefer out of 10, please.
Oh my God.
What are you going to give out of 10?
I'd say 9 out of 10.
So you're giving Yennefer a 9 out of 10 for her height. Interesting.
Yeah.
And for the creativity of Yennefer?
Yeah, it was very well created and all this. It was really done well, the way she was stacking that up and all this, trying to keep it up there. It was done quite well.
So what are you going to give out of 10 for creativity for Yennefer?
Yeah, I'd say 9 out of 10.
A 9 out of 10. What about the ingredients for Yennefer out of 10?
9.
9. And the stability of her structure? It's the silent moments for me in the show. It's the silent moments for me happening in these very moments.
I'll say 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. That is wild. That is wild. So 8 out of 10 for Yennefer. That is crazy. Now we're going to jump to Polly. What do you give Polly out of 10 for her height?
8.5.
8.5. For her creativity?
9.
9. For the ingredients?
Oh God.
Ingredients out of 10? Suspense is killing everyone in the comments as well. Everyone's nail biting in the suspense as well. It's a suspense for me. We got out of 10. So what's the score out of 10 for ingredients of Polly? It's a suspense moment. Everyone in the comments is saying 9, I see 10s. I see a lot of
shut
people.
up, all of you. Settle down. A lot of you.
What's the score? Come on, we got to keep moving.
I'll say 8.5.
8.5. And her stability?
Yeah, I'll say 8.
8. All right, fair call. And what about Pans? Out of 10 for her height?
I haven't even seen her. I actually haven't seen hers at all.
So her structure was a cornflake structure with chocolate and honey. It did collapse at the end, but it was the tallest one initially.
I'll say 9.
9. Creativity. So she used honey, she used cornflakes, and she used chocolate to build this creation, a tall, kind of like Christmas tree looking structure.
All right, I'll say 8.
8. The ingredients out of 10?
9.
9. And the stability of her structure?
8.5.
8.5. All right, Dolphin, while I calculate those scores, is there anything you want to say about the show and the contestants at the moment? Anything you want to comment about being a viewer, being a supporter of the show, and seeing what these contestants made? Any comments you'd like to make to the contestants before you jump out that box?
No.
Nope. All right. Awesome. All right, Lucifer, please request that box. Thank you, Dolphin. Well done for being in here and making your decision. Lucifer, please request that box while we get to the final score count. And we're going to calculate that up. I'm just waiting for Lucifer to jump back into that box. Lucifer, can you please request it? Thank you. I'm going to swap you out, Dolphin.
Yep.
All right. So, Lucifer, let's see what happened. I mean, scores were given, score counts were given. We're going to go count it all up now. It was wild. See what can happen on the show. Anything can happen, Lucifer. Anything can happen in your city as well, and in the city too. So we're going to see what's going to happen. We're going to calculate the scores. So contestants, you can comment to Lucifer. How do you feel about the audience vote for the contestants? And Lucifer, how do you feel about those scores?
Oh man, you mind breaking down the scores one more time?
Yeah, so I'm gonna calculate the rescore. So your score stood at initially 13 for Jennifer, 31 for Polly, and 23 for Pans. But I'm gonna recalculate the scores now to make sure we got all the updated ones. So give me a moment so I can quickly do that. 7, 9, 8.5. That's that. While everyone's patiently waiting, we're going to decipher the winner very soon. So everyone who just joined in, welcome to the show. The contestants built the tallest, most creative corn creation. So it's been very interesting to see what they came up with. I was very excited with their builds and their structures. They all did an amazing job. So we're going to go check all the score counts. I'm just double checking everything that adds up. You're going to see who the winner of the show is very soon. So Lucifer, it's been an interesting show. A lot of crazy things happening, a lot of chaos, a lot of, plot twists that do happen. There you go. A lot of crazy things happen on this show. So I'm going to double check those scores while we're waiting. We're going to double check those scores again just to make sure I don't get the wrong outcome. I'm going to make sure it's all correct.
I was just typing that and then you did that. That's crazy.
So everyone who just joined in, welcome to Borat's Chaos Kitchen. I'm your host, Chef Borat. This is my judge, Lucifer. These are my contestants, Polly Pocket, Pans, and Jennifer. Please make sure you do hit them all with a favorite. All gifts are welcomed and appreciated during the show. I'm just doing a recount just to make sure we don't have a miscalculation in the show. So I just want to see, because they're all very interesting score counts. Do bear with me in a few seconds. I will get back into the stream with the outcome. So I'm just checking that we're all correct. So double checking this just to make sure we don't have a mistake. All right. So the winner of the show stands as Polly Pocket with 65 points. The runner-up is Pans on 57 points and Jennifer on 48.5 points. Well done, Polly Pocket, for taking the show out. That is amazing. That is wild. Remember, everyone in here, the show is uploaded to YouTube. All episodes are uploaded to YouTube, so you can catch up on the show. So, Polly, well done on your win. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, well, I'm shocked. considering I've never done this before. So it was all new to me. I didn't come in with any expectations. Yeah, it's been fun.
It's been a lot of fun. That is crazy. You know, this show is wild, like Lucifer. This is what happened. So the decision stood that the audience, the top gifter, and yourself, in terms of the top gifter supporter, agreed with Lucifer's decision. That's very interesting. This can happen. Sometimes it's the opposite, sometimes it's not. It just depends on the outcome. So, Lucifer, how do you feel about these contestants today? How do you feel about the effort they put in, what they brought to the show? Everyone's a winner at the end of the day. Everyone came in here. They all got to have fun.
Great.
Yeah.
They were all great. And I feel bad that I went hard on Jennifer because she was in there going crazy. Like, she was getting ready to build us a masterpiece. Hands was in there whipping it up. She was in the kitchen, you feel me? But they both fell apart, and the last man standing was Polly or woman, and we hit Chaos Kitchen.
That's awesome. So next week, the show will be the tallest, most creative donut creation. We'll see who would get in the box. If you're interested in doing a donut creation, you can message me up on IG. I do have some spots available. You can let me know. So we'll soon find out what happens next week on the show, who will be in that box, who will be in there, and find out. So, Lucifer, well done as being the judge of the show. Contestants, well done. We're going to move to the after show where you can drink, swear, and smoke. So this is the time you can comment and say anything you wanted to say that you couldn't say on the show. So, Lucifer, now you can smoke, you can swear, you can drink, you can go wild.
Hey, New York City, Bronx, New York. Make sure y'all favor me. And this Friday, we're going to be at the Chris Casper Show. Lucifer Top Badge. And we're going to make sure they don't see nothing else but Lucifer Top Badge. So we here, son. I love all you guys.
Thank you, Dolphin, for the 6.7. Thank you. Appreciate you taking the 6.7. I couldn't say anything during the show. All gifts, I appreciate.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Google didn't understand. That's another problem. I want to say thank you for all the supporters in the show. The show, you know, needs everyone's support to keep it running. It's a lot of fun. I appreciate all your support. Everyone in the box appreciates all the gifts you drop during the show. We can't thank you enough. And this show's wild, Lucifer. Like, did this show live up to your expectation today? You like, you know, all city behind you, the whole city turned up. You know what I mean?
Oh, it was fun. I feel like me and you had some good chemistry at the beginning, back and forth with the one-liners and the jokes, and I think they ate it up.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Lucifer, I'd love to see you as a contestant here one day in a couple of weeks, maybe before I close off the cutoff period. I'd love to see you be in here competing.
Just keep me away from the donuts. I'm tired of being left on zeros in battles.
You don't want those donuts in those battles. We know that. We want to get you off those zeros, right? Don't want to be stuck on your zeros. So, Hans, you want anything to say about the show?
I had fun.
You had fun. What about you, Polly?
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the girls. You did well. It's been a blast.
Awesome. So, Polly, you moved to the next stage in my knockout process, which is going to happen. I'll let you know how that works later on. You'll go in my bio as well. And Jennifer, how do you feel about the show? It's your first time on a featured show. I think so, Jennifer. Is that correct? Same as Pams and Polly?
My first time too, yeah.
Yeah. So all three contestants are first time on a featured show. So I took their featured show cherries. That's what happened on the stream today. So we took their featured show cherries, Lucifer. How do you feel about that?
Oh, man. I feel great. I feel great. I feel like this is
really fun.
And I love it.
Really fun.
That's awesome. So anyone in the comments, you can now say anything you want. We can talk. We can have a chat. So it's been good, man. I've enjoyed it. It was a good show. It was corny. It lived up to the corn expectation. I had that corn dog. Jennifer had a dog there with a corn. That post I put out worked very well. I was very impressed. You brought your dog.
Hey, Polly, that's so fast. That masterpiece you created is property of Chaos Kitchen.
The property of Chaos Kitchen is crazy. Jennifer, is your dog there? Is your dog there at the moment? Can we get a little view of your dog looking at the corn? Where's your dog? There we go. We got the corn dog. There we go. And he's eating a bit of corn. There we go. You can taste your creation.
I noticed Pans and Jennifer both have dogs. I think their dogs wanted their food so bad that they made it for.
How do you feel about that? The dogs are the part of the chaos that caused your structures to collapse. There you go. Look how small her dog is. It's so small.
I know. It's so tiny.
It's a tiny dog. Come on. Bring him up. Let's go. Bring him up. There we go.
Is the show over?
Yeah, I'll feature. You can swear.
Right now, you're just using me for my clout. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'm
dead, Lucifer. I'm dead. There you go. We got the dog. There you go. Coco, if you're here.